you were to ask my opinion on Attack on Titan 3 years ago, I would have told you that it was a masterpiece. Something that everyone should experience. And even though I enjoy different anime a bit more, Attack on Titan was still objectively untouched by a majority of other anime, if not shows in general. And with season 4 coming out at the time, I was ready for Attack on Titan to once again break the internet. But cut to the current day where Attack on Titan is finally about to end, and I haven't watched an episode of the anime in over 2 years. Because now, put it simply, I just don't care. That's right. This anime that I used to hold in such high regards, I simply couldn't care less about the fact that it's coming to an end. But even then, I still have mixed feelings about it, because this show used to be so important to me. And I want to make one thing clear before the video starts, that this isn't a hate speech on Attack on Titan. This is me burying the hatchet on a show that I used to love so dearly. So as you can tell by the intro, I used to be obsessed with Attack on Titan. In fact, it took me a week to catch up to season 4. Reason for this being is that Attack on Titan does a great job catching your attention with all the mysteries that are around every nook and cranny from the very first second of the series. It made me binge every episode just so I could uncover every mystery that surrounds the show. But for me, the biggest mystery that interested me wasn't the basement. It wasn't the mystery about the special titans. If this was your reason for continuing the series, I can see why. But for me, it was seeing how Eren was going to develop. As a spectator, I witnessed Eren go through a bunch of things, and I was just interested to see how he would eventually crack and what he would do, because I knew Isayama would do something special with his character, even when others had their doubts. But it seems that my patience paid off, because in season 4, Eren was such an amazing character who I thought was so interesting. So when season 4 part 1 ended, I tried to wait for the anime to come out next year, but I just couldn't do it. I gave up after 3 months of waiting, because who has the time to wait? And as I was reading the manga, I was blown away by all the things that were going on in this whole thing. Seeing things like the big plot twist that would eventually break the internet once it got animated, and seeing the death of my favorite character, Hanji, I was just ready for the series to end and say a goodbye to a series that I love. I genuinely didn't think anything could go wrong. And then I saw this panel. Now I know that I'm going to sound like a complete idiot saying this, but I hate this panel. I hate it with all my being. And it's the reason why I don't care about the series anymore. Had this panel not existed, I would probably still be a fan and I wouldn't be making this video right now. And I think the reason why I take this so hard is because I used to defend Eren, and seeing this panel, it almost felt like a slap in the face. But you know, it's whatever, I guess. I can't pretend like I'm not salty, but I was ready to give a bittersweet goodbye to Attack on Titan, and waiting for the anime to finish until it felt like it wasn't letting me with the addition of the cores. Listen, I get it. Isayama wants to make sure that the anime is perfect since he thinks that it's the definitive way to take in the series. At the same time, there's a part of me that just really wants it to end, because I don't want to dedicate more years to the series that I feel ended for me 2 years ago. And so I just ended up dropping the anime. And I'm not kidding when I say this, but the last episode I watched was just so I could see Eren get shot, fully animated. Another thing I hate about the anime is just how freaking good the opening and ending for season 4 part 2 is. Both make me want to like Eren after I'd planned to curse him away, but the ending song does not make it easy. Don't get me wrong, when it comes to rumbling, it is on another level compared to Attack on Titan openings, which, considering AOT's track record, is a pretty high claim. But when it comes to making me understand where Eren is coming from, Akuma no Ko infuriates me with how amazing it is. Because what it has over rumbling is that it brings back memories to a simpler time when I was so in love with this show, to when I was fascinated with Eren's character, and even when I used to defend him. I hate him. I know I do. But why does this song, sang by Higuchi Ai, make me question that simple fact? I think that there is a part of me that wants to still like Eren. And I've been thinking about this for so long. That's right, the guy who allegedly is done with Attack on Titan has been dead set on making this video since May. That's right, for over 6 months, I've wanted to talk about a specific character from a specific manga that I finished over 2 years ago. Cause as much as it annoys me to say this out loud, I can't pretend like this series has not been in the back of my head for those 2 years. Specifically the idea that I want to feel bad for the character that I was so betrayed by. And I think that I finally decided that I don't think that my hatred for Eren will go away, but I can certainly see where he was coming from. Regardless, by the time I choose to upload this, the ending of Attack on Titan is right around the corner, and I'm certain that I'm not gonna end up watching the final episode since I think that I don't have any interest in Attack on Titan after I post this video. I'm not interested in seeing Eren for the final battle. Even when the groundbreaking plot twist happened last year, I didn't give it a second glance. The last thing I'm going to do is look at the opening and get annoyed because I already know it's going to be an S tier opening, since Sim has done a perfect job capturing the feel of Attack on Titan, specifically Eren's character within these last openings. That being said, I've come to the conclusion that the love that I used to have for Attack on Titan is a distant memory. But even so, I still have respect for the show, because I can't deny the accomplishments it's made. But specifically, I have respect for Isayama, taking so much inspiration from the things around him, such as how he used to work at a bar and seeing drunk people, and how that was the inspiration for the Titans that we all know in Attack on Titan. And I can't lie, I used to be ruthless and unfair to this anime after I finished the manga. But even I couldn't help but feel bad when Isayama was in New York talking to his fans about how he was so worried about how they would react to the ending. And seeing just how much Isayama cares for Attack on Titan,
try not to cry.
It's just gotta make you respect him. Even if the show is not for you, you have to understand that this is a respectable mangaka who's put his life into this manga. And I think that's the reason why, after all this time, I can't bring myself to fully hate Attack on Titan. But I hope that everyone watches and enjoys the ending to AOT more than I ever could. Because I remember when Attack on Titan still had that magic, and it was great. Waiting for new episodes every week was so special. But unfortunately, the magic has faded away over time. And after waiting a long 2 years, I can finally give Attack on Titan the long-awaited goodbye that I thought I was going to give it a year ago. So, goodbye, Attack on Titan, and thank you for the old memories, even if I don't look back at them so fondly. They were still very important to me, so for that much, I owe you. Oh, come on!